Um, this uh, photograph is from uh, the 2019 USBC National Conference in Washington, D.C. It was pre-conference, our advocacy day, and I had the opportunity to uh, go and visit and collect over 10,000 steps um, walking across the Capitol to meet with um, representatives of representatives, and so that we could further advance maternal health protections and breastfeeding protections in the existing Affordable Care Act. I live in Atlanta, Georgia. I started uh, my breastfeeding work in Memphis, Tennessee, and I was born in Dayton, Ohio. So I collected the information of representatives from each of those states, and whenever I saw them, saw their names uh, on the uh, on the hallway placard, I um, stepped into the office and spoke to them as if I was still paying taxes in that state. Um, but I went ahead and was able to pass along the information that the very complete, thorough information that USBC had provided to each of us. I was able to follow the talking points. I myself uh, sought a pep talk from Tina Sherman, who does this all the time. And although it seemed very daunting early on, by the end of the day, I really did not want to stop. I kept looking over my list, and I was just like, there are more people, um, need to hear about this, see about this. I collected uh, business cards of the representatives who I wanted to follow up with. And I happened to meet uh, on that day as he was crossing the street with in order um, to cast a vote on, I don't even know what topic. It wasn't this one, obviously, but walking across the Capitol was the late great Representative John Lewis from the state where I actually do live. So I saw him, I could not believe it, and walked beside him for a few steps. And he asked immediately where I was from. I said, I live in Stone Mountain, Georgia. And he asked, what was I doing there? I told him what our goals were, and told him that I was there with USBC, and he said, "Have we signed on to that yet?" I said, "No, sir. I don't think you have yet, actually." And he said, "Don't worry. On the matter of maternal and infant health, you absolutely have our support." And so that it was just a matter of that little nudge. These representatives receive so much information and so many asks, and there was nothing holding up his support except the need to actually sign on. So that helped in this, and we'll get into it a little bit later. It helped me to see even more of the process. It's not sometimes as simple as are you for or against. It can be a matter of, have I gotten to that yet? I absolutely support it, just haven't gotten there yet. So, patience is paramount in all of this. Storytelling, as Stefana mentioned, and we'll talk more about later, is very important. Being courteous, being able to be concise about your messaging, clear about your messaging, and um, two or sometimes three of the states that I was representing on that day uh, don't always go the way that I I would like them or we would need for them to go. And so walking into some of those offices was a little bit intimidating, but I was able to speak my truth, speak our truth, speak on the behalf of all of these families, and look the representatives, their secretaries and assistants often in the eye and tell them very matter of factly what it is that we expected and we wanted for them to sign on to. So it was a from top to bottom, just a very eye-opening uh, day and experience, one that I will not soon forget, and I hope to have many, many more of them.